Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
February is the month of love, and First Tire and Automotive wants to make sure you take care of the one you sit closest to, your car, truck, or SUV. Family owned and operated for over 25 years, helping drivers in Sugar Land and Katy, where there's always something special going on for you. Everyone likes free. Free tire rotation with the purchase of an oil change, restrictions apply, and $25 off your brake service. Now that's better than flowers or a box of chocolates. First Tire and Automotive supporting school and youth sports programs for years, getting you to and from the game always. Go to firsttireandauto.com to book your appointment today. Get to one of First Tire and Automotive's 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. firsttireandauto.com.
All right, everybody, this is the Thursday night version of the Countdown to Tip-Off show. Hightower is taking on Cy Creek. These two teams have seen each other before. Jasmine Brewer, do you take into account anything that happened when you met them last year?
Not at all. I think we're both different teams. We're better. Just another year under our belt. So it's a new slate. I've scouted them like they're new. I'm sure they've done the same thing to me. And we got to come out here and play.
You've been coaching for a while. You've been around a lot of different kind of girls with different personalities, but Kylie Baudouin-Foliaki's look is much, much different. You may not even have noticed it because you're focused on coaching, but she's got some great new attachments. How do you feel about such a dramatic change?
What do you mean? What dramatic change?
I mean, didn't she add something to her hair?
Oh, they change their hair all the time. So, I mean, that doesn't really impact me or them at all. I want them to be comfortable.
Well, I had never seen her looking like she does tonight. You see her all the time. So that is the difference right there. So Cy Creek is a team that started slowly this year, but they've really come on like gangbusters. What can you tell us about them?
They play super hard. I mean, Coach Alexander is a great coach. She has so much experience. I remember watching her go to state with her state runs. And so I have a lot of respect for her, a lot of respect for her staff. And they're a good team. I love the way they play defense. They got a solid big girl. They play well with her. They get to the basket. So I got a lot of respect for them as a team. And I know we're going to have to come out and give our best.
All right. And finally, your team has been playing well, but to my layman's eye, it just kind of looks like I know they can play even better. So if they just keep playing a little better every week, you may really have something here.
That's the goal. I tell them every day, this is the time where we have to click. This is the time we have to give everything we got every game. And so for us, it's on us. I mean, we have our pieces. We have our defense that's our identity. So it's about us doing what we need to do to get the job done.
Very best of luck to you tonight.
All right. Thank you.
That is Jasmine Brewer of Hightower. And we'll be back with the very nice and wonderful Jennifer Alexander of Cy Creek. She's been there for a long time and accomplished a lot. Universally respected, just like Coach Jasmine Brewer. We'll be right back on VypeFortBend.com. Our coverage of tonight's game brought to you by Archer Volkswagen. First Tire and Automotive with 4 great Fort Bend County locations. And Xfinity, home of the 10G Next Generation Network. The future starts now. And the Countdown to Tip-Off show rolls on right after this.
What does the 50th anniversary of Title IX mean? It means I'm valued, I'm empowered, I can do anything. It means I'll pave the way for every girl who plays high school sports in the future, just like every female student, coach, official, and administrator blazed the trail for me, because every student deserves the opportunity to play. Encourage girls you know to participate in Texas high school sports.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Welcome back to the Countdown to Tip-Off show. We are in the second round of the playoffs, and the Cy Creek Cougars are no strangers to going deep into the playoffs. They intend to move into the third round tonight, and Jennifer Alexander is their longtime coach. First of all, Coach, It's always good to see you, and time flies. How many seasons is it for you at Cy Creek?
This is my 15th year at Creek. Yep, 15th year.
Were you head coach anywhere else prior to that? I can't imagine you were, because if you had been, you would have been 15.
Right? No, yeah. No, I was an assistant in Bastrop for 2 years in San Antonio, Madison, and then took the job here at Creek.
There are so many times when I've seen you bring teams onto the floor where they were expected to win almost at any stage of the playoffs, and I kind of sense that, I mean, I take a look at the rankings, and the rankings could be totally wrong, but I haven't seen your team in the rankings this year. So how can you contrast being the hunter and the hunted? It looks like you are the hunter team this year.
You know, whether you're the hunter or the huntee, you're coming for it. So it's always a good time to be here in the playoffs. No matter what stage, what kind of team you got, if you make it to round 2, you're still surviving. With this group, you know, it was a rough start, slow start, and we knew it would be. We were down. Our first 10 games, we never had our starting 5. So it took us a while to gel and come together. But by the time district came around, they just trusted the process, worked together. And I mean, you know, we finished second in district with a great record in district play, and have been, you know, won a lot of games in the latter part of the season. So, you know, they're a confident group, excited. You know, we ran into Hightower last year at this round, at this stage, and they thumped us a little bit. So, you know, they're ready to try to make a statement tonight.
How much do you use that as kind of a thing to motivate your players? And remember, kind of like when Apollo said to Rocky, remember what Clubber did to you last time.
Yeah, you know, they haven't forgotten, trust me. Especially my returners, they went back and watched last year's film as soon as we won on Monday night, you know. And so, but, you know, honestly, it doesn't matter who's in front of us. We've got to do what we do. Creek's got to play our style and not get out of that and stay within ourselves. And, you know, with that, us doing that, I think, you know, we've got a shot against anybody.
What type of game, as far as speed, tempo, and whatever, is the kind that you don't want Hightower to get you into?
You know, they're going to try to speed you up. Hightower, they're extremely athletic. They're well coached. Coach Brewer does an awesome job with her kids. So we've got to control pace a little bit, not get hurried, not over dribble and do things like that. You know, get ourselves in tough situations. And I think if we do those things and we just execute on both sides of the ball and play our style and not Hightower style, I think we got a shot.
And this is kind of a silly question, but any jokes around your team having a player whose last name is Hightower?
Absolutely not. They actually haven't even brought it up. I know, right? It's kind of funny.
It's strangely, you know, they just Hightower just transferred in a girl last name Cy Creek. It's crazy.
What a coincidence.
You can't kid a kidder. Okay, anything else that you want to say during this countdown to tip-off show? I guess my last question would be, as the old coach Al McGuire would say, your stars really have to come through. So who are the ones that really have to be productive for you to get a win?
Tonight, you know, it's going to take a team effort, but really, I mean, Aubrey Hampton, she's the heart and soul of our team, offensively and defensively. You know, she's a sophomore post and has had a great year this year. Our point guard, Mika, senior, like she's one of the ones, she went back that night, watched film. And then Mariah, another sophomore we've got, guard. She's explosive. She can score in bunches. You know, but really it's going to be a team effort. We're going to shuttle kids in and out. You know, next man up. If you get called, your number gets called, be ready to go. So that's all. You know, I appreciate, you know, being here. I never take it for granted. Especially, you know, when you have a start like we did this year, we had no idea. And here we are. So we're excited to play.
All right, that is Jennifer Alexander, head coach of the Cy Creek Cougars. It's always fun to talk to her. She'll beat the crap out of you on the basketball court, but she's so nice. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you so much for having me. It's always great to see you.
Okay, we will tip it off in just a few minutes on VypeFortBend.com. This is your broadcast home for Fort Bend County sports.
Awesome.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
We are ready to rock from Delmar Fieldhouse, second round of the playoffs. The Hightower Hurricanes in the last poll taken by the Texas Association of Basketball Coaches, well, they're ranked pretty high. Number 11, 28-3 on the year, but these Cy Creek Cougars know that rankings don't really mean anything. Aubrey Hampton, their 6'3 senior post, is going to jump against Ogechi Okeke of Hightower, and the Hurricanes win the tap. They're the road team in the black uniforms with the white letters and numerals, and the uniforms are trimmed in forest green. They worked it around to Jaya Johnson. Over on the left wing, and Ogechi Okeke took an entry pass, but it was knocked out of her hands. And coming back up the floor, it's Mika Neri Kanai, and an entry pass for Cy Creek, but Hightower collapses on defense and knocks it away. And here comes Chandler Preston Caver. Jaya Johnson in the left corner, back to Preston Caver. 3 on the way, and good.
Number 3, Chandler Preston Caver, 3 points.
Hightower is going to press early on. They like a fast-paced game. So it is Neri Kanai bringing it into the forecourt and passes it over to Mariah Dixon. And a turnover, a cross-court pass from Dixon to Neri Kanai went out of bounds. 2 turnovers already for the Cy Creek Cougars, but 1 for Hightower, which leads 3-0. Jaya Johnson between the rings, passes it toward her right. Alana Naraker kicks it back to Preston Caver, and she hits another 3.
Number 3, Chandler Preston Caver.
And coming in hot is an entry pass, and it's stolen away by the Canes. Jaya Johnson got a turnover. So she dribbles between the rings. It is already 6-0 Hurricanes. Preston Caver has it. Now Brianna Shelby kicks it out to Naraker, drives the baseline. Little floater with the right hand, no good. Rebound comes down to Cy Creek. Mariah Dixon quickly down the floor, but the Canes get back very nicely. She dribbles it off the foot of Okeke, and it's a held ball situation. The arrow gives it back to the Cy Creek Cougars. It'll be April Pettigrew to throw it in along the baseline. She slaps the ball. Having a hard time finding someone. Now she throws it over everyone and gets it to Mika Neri Kanai. Now pass going sideways to Jade Evans, who gives the ball up quickly to Mariah Dixon. Neri Kanai and Dixon exchanging passes. The ball is still between the rings. Hightower playing a 1-2-2 zone and keeping Cy Creek from getting any kind of penetration. Jade Evans looking for someone to throw to. She's at the top of the key, gets it to Hampton. Hampton makes a nice dipsy-do move around Okeke and scores off the glass. Aubrey Hampton, 6'3" and a sophomore, against a post player for Hightower, Ogechi Okeke, who is 6'3" and a freshman. Preston Caver puts up another 3. She missed that one from the left corner. The ball run down by Pettigrew, hands it off to Dixon. 6-2 with 5:30 to go in the first quarter. Hightower on top. Dribbling the ball is Dixon. She still has it. Now gets it over to Neri Kanai, and over on the left wing it's Pettigrew looking for a shot. Picks up her dribble and gives it back to Neri Kanai. Now they work it to the right wing. Now inside to Hampton. Little baby hook inside off the glass is good. 6-4. Cy Creek within 2. Here come the Hurricanes. Jaya Johnson bringing it into the forecourt to Preston Caver. Now back to Jaya. Naraker has it on the right wing. Preston Caver fakes one from the right corner. Pulls inside the arc. Puts up a 2. No good. Rebound fought for. And Neri Kanai takes it away. It kind of hit the hands of Ogechi Okeke, but she couldn't squeeze it. And now it's Cy Creek with a chance to tie or take the lead, trailing 6-4. 4.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Dixon has it, dribbling between the rings. Now it's Neri Kanai, gets a pick, lets it fly from three-point land. It's too hard off the glass, and the rebound to Preston Caver. The Hurricanes push it. Jaya Johnson all the way into the forecourt, almost overran it. Brianna Shelby takes the dish and scores. 8-4 Hightower. And they put a little pressure on in the backcourt, but Cy Creek easily breaks it. Now a pass over to the left side. Jade Evans couldn't find a shot near the baseline. Back out to Pettigrew, and she hits it. The 5'7" senior scores. That's a 2-pointer. And it is now 8-6 Hightower, but the Canes have the basketball. The game is going at a relatively slow pace, and that is really what Jennifer Alexander of Cy Creek wants. And now you've got an offensive foul called on Okeke. She knocked Aubrey Hampton down. And going to the bench is Okeke. And into the game comes Madison Bobb. Madison Bobb guarding Pettigrew in the backcourt. And it's a 10-second call. Mariah Dixon was still dribbling the ball and really seemed to lose track of time. Madison Bobb so good on defense, and they brought her in for Okeke, and now it's Hightower ball again with 3:21 to go in the first quarter, and the Canes lead at 8-6. Preston Caver with the ball above her head, sends it back to Naraker. Now Preston Caver goes inside the arc, gives it up to Naraker again. Madison Bobb makes a move toward the corner, pivots, can't find anything, now kicks it back out to Naraker, and they set up the offense again. Playing catch with Preston Caver. Inside to Jaya Johnson. Naraker faked one near the free throw line, dribbled forward. Madison Bobb faked a three-pointer and traveled. Madison does not think so. And Cy Creek again with a chance to tie or take the lead. Neri Kanai in the backcourt, playing catch with Dixon. Dixon dribbles forward, and they do get it over the line this time. Neri Kanai is fouled. I think they're going to call Jaya Johnson. Correction, it's Chandler Preston Caver who's called for the foul. Pettigrew, far sideline, right in front of the Hightower bench. Just over 2.5 minutes to go in the quarter. Pettigrew starts to drive along the baseline. The ball is knocked away by Naraker, picked up by Johnson, and here comes Hightower. Naraker thought about pulling up for a three. Now Jaya Johnson's right at the top of the key. Kills her dribble. Madison Bobb looking inside. Dribbles around her defender, puts one up, and the shot is no good, but the foul, it's on Mika Neri Kanai, the 5'5 senior guard, and it'll be Madison Bobb going to the foul line. By the way, so we got the winner of this game meeting either Travis or Stratford in the next round in the top half of the 6A bracket, as the first free throw no good by Madison Bobb. And tomorrow night, Austin faces Memorial. It's a doubleheader over at Don Coleman Coliseum. The winner of that one in the bottom half of the 6A girls Region 3 bracket. That winner meets either Atascocita or Shadow Creek. Madison Bobb hit the second one, so she's 1 out of 2, and it's 9-6 Hightower. And this time Cy Creek does get it into the forecourt, but then a turnover. They just brought in Aviance Wilson, 5'5 junior guard. We've yet to find out if it's going to be an Aviance night, although last night was Valentine's night, so I hope it was for you. Anyway, Madison Bobb, right wing, throws it to Jaya Johnson in the corner, back to Bobb. She's looking, not dribbling, now drives inside the arc, a little Euro step move, and she gets it off to just into the game, Kylie Baudouin Foliaki. Hightower misses a shot, ball goes out of bounds, last touch by Cy Creek. Kylie Baudouin Foliaki looks very different to me tonight. She's got the attachments that are more than half her height, and, totally different look. And by the way, Jaya Johnson is tying her shoe before she throws the ball in. Bounce pass inside. Kylie Baudouin Foliaki short. She tried to get it over Aubrey Hampton. And here comes Cy Creek trailing by 3, 1:45 to go in the first quarter. Over on the right side, Aviance Wilson returns the ball to Neri Kanai. Now Dixon, long way from the hoop, dribbles, shoots a 2 just inside the arc, and fight for the rebound. It is taken by Jade Evans, but I think she stepped on the baseline. Indeed, she did. Indeed, she did. We got a timeout called by the Cy Creek Cougars. We'll take it with them. This is VypeFortBend.com, 9-6. Late first quarter, Hightower.
Settle down, class. Colin, you're up.
My fellow students, for today's show and tell, I present to you my phone. It's made with glass and an array of precious metals I can't pronounce. It's powered by Xfinity Mobile, so it's fast. Anyway, with Xfinity Mobile, we save hundreds of dollars a year. It's like being in a secret club that's open to everyone, like mathletes or robotics, but for savings. Now, if you all take a handout...
Colin, what are these?
I'm quizzing the class on the material.
Now through March 21st, new customers can get a free line of unlimited mobile when you add Xfinity Internet for just $55 a month for 2 years with no annual contract and get Wi-Fi equipment included. Click, call, or visit a store to switch today. Requires paperless bill and an auto-pay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet. Actual speeds vary.
Hightower with the basketball coming out of the Side Creek timeout. It's a zone defense, a 1-2-2 by Side Creek, and they're not really making Hightower do anything, but now Naraker has the ball open for a two-pointer about 12 feet away, misses it from the baseline, and Side Creek gets the rebound. Dixon and Neri Kanai get it into the forecourt. Now it's Aviance Wilson. She puts one up way too hard off the glass, and it bounces off of Aubrey Hampton, her teammate, and goes beyond the baseline. And it'll be Hightower ball again, leading 9-6 with 54 8/10 seconds to go in this first quarter. Jaya Johnson dribbles into the forecourt. Now Naraker, ball held over her head, sends it sideways to Johnson, looking for Madison Bob, but she wasn't really open, so she held off. Now Bob has it, right restraining line, puts it up, draws a foul, hits the floor, and she'll go to the line for two shots.
Foul number 25, Jade Evans.
Jade Evans, the 5'8 junior forward, guilty of the foul. Madison Bob, first free throw. It was almost short, but it crawled over the front rim and went through the hoop. Had another substitution, Aviance Wilson going to the bench for Side Creek. And I believe coming in for her was April Pettigrew. Madison Bob made the second free throw. She is 3 out of 4 on the night, and Hightower leads it 11-6. 30 seconds to go in the quarter. Near turnover in the backcourt. Now Dixon has it, dribbles up the middle of the floor, gets it quickly ahead to Hampton, and a near steal by Hightower, but Side Creek still has it, and knocked out of bounds by Deja Thomas. 18.7 seconds to go in the quarter. It'll still be Side Creek ball, but it's great to see the Hightower defense so aggressive. When they decide to put the clamps on an offense, I think they can do it almost at will. But now wide open is Pettigrew, and she was 3 feet long. Neri Kanai grabs the rebound, misses, putting it up is Hampton. She can't get it to go. 8 seconds to go. Here comes Hightower. Naraker with a chance, right at the buzzer, and it rolls off. But wait, whistle and a foul. Actually, it's an offensive foul. So 2.8 to go, and we'll see if Side Creek tries to hurl the ball down the floor or maybe just runs it out. Pettigrew to throw it in, and she throws it away. And it goes right to her coach, Jennifer Alexander, who spikes the ball like a volleyball to the floor in disappointment because now Hightower has that 2.8 seconds to do something. No time went off the clock. 11-6 Hightower, and they'll try to get something right here at the end. Jaya Johnson into Naraker. Wide open three from the left corner, no good. Hampton comes down to the rebound, and it is 11-6. Hightower on top after one quarter. We'll be back on VypeFortBend.com.
February is the month of love, and First Iron Automotive wants to make sure you take care of the one you sit closest to. Your car, truck, or SUV. Family owned and operated for over 25 years, helping drivers in Sugar Land and Katy, where there's always something special going on for you. Everyone likes free. Free tire rotation with the purchase of an oil change, restrictions apply, and $25 off your brake service. Now that's better than flowers or a box of chocolates. First Tire and Automotive supporting school and youth sports programs for years, getting you to and from the game always. Go to firsttireandauto.com to book your appointment today. Get to one of First Tire and Automotive's 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. firsttireandauto.com.
Fans, don't miss H-Town High School Sports on CW39 every Saturday night at 10 p.m. Powered by Vype and hosted by our good friend Todd Freed. There will be highlights of this game on this coming Saturday night's edition of the show. Always set your DVR if you have a better offer on Saturday night at 10 p.m. And even if you forget to do that, it's going to repeat itself on on Space City Sports Network. Same place you watch the Rockets and the Astros. That's H-Town High School Sports. 11-6 Hightower as they begin the second quarter. Chandler Preston Caver is back on the floor. She was resting the last couple of minutes of the first quarter. Now it is Jaya Johnson dribbling the basketball. Not much pressure from Dixon. Now she moves to her left. Bounce pass to Madison Bob in the left corner. Drives the baseline. Trying to get around her defender. And there's a push called against Cy Creek. It was Jade Evans who pushed Madison Bob.
Foul number 25, Jade Evans.
So now Hightower looked like they had a little bit of indecision as to who was going to throw the ball in, but it is Chandler Preston Caver. From the baseline near the basket where the Canes are shooting. Into Madison Bob, catches, shoots the three, no good. Rebound comes down to Dixon. And Hightower doesn't apply backcourt pressure in this particular situation. Dribbling between the rings is Dixon. And it's Deja Thomas following her. Now a three from the right corner by Neri Kanai. She hit the top of the backboard. She is really off with those threes. Jaya Johnson going coast to coast, and her layup is good as she went abdomen to abdomen with April Pettigrew and scored. And a Hightower steal as Cy Creek gets it into the forecourt, and a quick pass ahead to Brianna Shelby intended for her, but it was last touched by Cy Creek, so Hightower is starting to turn up the heat defensively. Jaya Johnson to throw it in. Gets it quickly into Bob. Madison Bob shoots one from about 12 feet. She is hacked in the act and will go to the line. Nobody else in this game has shot any free throws except Madison Bob, and she is 3 for 4. April Pettigrew called for the foul. First foul shot, no good. She'll get one more. Deep knee bend and swish. So she's 4 for 6, and it's 14-6. Neri Kanai throwing a high pass to Dixon. They get it ahead. She pulls up, shoots from the left restraining line. Ball tapped out of bounds by Hightower. Brianna Shelby just try to make sure that that didn't end up in the hands of the strong sophomore post, Aubrey Hampton. Pettigrew ready to throw it in. Nobody is guarding her. She's having a hard time finding someone open. Throws it high to Neri Kanai. Through the free throw circle with Jaya Johnson on her. And it's a foul call on Jaya Johnson.
Foul number 15, Jaya Johnson.
Well, I will say that Jaya didn't have her feet set, but on the other hand, I just don't know that there was enough contact there to call a foul. Nevertheless, Mika Neri Kanai is at the free throw line, and she misses the first one. Hightower is on a 5-0 run. Neri Kanai's second free throw rattles around and goes down. It's 14-7. Sounds like it's a football playoff game, not a girls basketball playoff game. Less than 6.5 minutes to go before halftime when we will bring you an interview, an exclusive with Akeem Olajuwon. Bounce pass to Madison Bob. In fact, a 2-bounce pass. She drives around her defender, puts it up, no good. And the rebound comes down to Cy Creek. Pettigrew grabs it. On the floor is Tiana Harden for Cy Creek. Neri Kanai sends it back to Dixon, top of the key. Pettigrew inside, gets it to Hampton. She hits the turnaround. Correction, it's Pettigrew. She kicked it out to Pettigrew. She's got 4 points, and it's 14-9. Preston Caver dribbling it into the forecourt. Bounce pass to Madison Bob with Neri Kanai on her. Brianna Shelby, wide open two-pointer from the baseline, no good. Kylie Baudouin-Foliaki tried the putback, couldn't get it, thought she was fouled. Cy Creek grabs the rebound. So Hightower got 2 chances there and came away empty. They still lead 14-9. Dixon looking inside, sends it to Pettigrew. Now Neri Kanai on the left wing, dribbles back toward the middle, gets it to Dixon, guarded by Deja Thomas. Near the right elbow, little jump stop move, can't get a shot off. Now Neri Kanai with Madison Bob working on her, and Preston Caver then takes over. Pettigrew inside the Hampton, nice turnaround. Kylie Baudouin-Foliaki went for the steal, and she didn't get it. 6 points for Aubrey Hampton, and we've got a Hightower timeout. 5:01 to go in the half. 14-11, the Canes on top.
Settle down, class. Colin, you're up.
My fellow students, for today's show and tell, I present to you my phone. It's made with glass and an array of precious metals I can't pronounce. It's powered by Xfinity Mobile, so it's fast. Anyway, with Xfinity Mobile, we save hundreds of dollars a year. It's like being in a secret club that's open to everyone, like mathletes or robotics, but for savings. Now, if you all take a handout.
Colin, what are these?
I'm quizzing the class on the material.
Now through March 21st, new customers can get a free line of unlimited mobile when you add Xfinity Internet for just $55 a month for 2 years with no annual contract and get Wi-Fi equipment included. Click, call, or visit a store to switch today. Requires paperless plan and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet. Actual speeds vary.
Cy Creek with the basketball, trailing 14-11 with 4:45 to go in this second quarter. We'll have our halftime interview with Akeem Olajuwon, who has 2 boys playing for the Clements varsity, which is undefeated and starts the playoffs next week. Cy Creek moving the ball down the floor, and Dixon double dribbled. She doesn't realize it, but it is a good call. So Hightower gets it back, leading by 3. The leading scorer for the Canes is Kylie Baudouin-Foliaki. I'm sorry, it's Chandler Preston Caver. I put the numbers in the wrong place. Chandler Preston Caver with a pair of threes. Madison Bob shoots one. It's no good, and off the hands of Deja Thomas. Goes out of bounds. Neri Kanai did a good job kind of, she and Deja Thomas were kind of just pushing each other. And Neri Kanai was able to make sure that Thomas touched it last. The pressure almost leads to a turnover, but they get the turnover. Hightower does in the when Cy Creek brought it into the forecourt. Now Chandler Preston Caver over to Madison Bob. She's driving the hoop, puts it up with the right hand. No good. Okeke grabs the rebound, and her putback try is no good. After getting 22 points in the playoff opener against Cinco Ranch, Okeke has not scored. And we have played 12 minutes already. Dixon dribbling between the rings. Kylie Baudouin-Foliaki on her. Entry pass in there to Aviance Wilson. Correction, Tiana Harden. She gets it to Pettigrew. Looking for a shot, can't find it. Dixon in the corner. Guarded closely by Chandler Preston Caver. And it is out of bounds. Dixon dribbled the ball on the baseline. 3:34 to go, and Hightower leading 14-11. Alana Naraker comes in. She was one of the starters, and she replaces Kylie Baudouin-Foliaki. She and her attachments are playing their usual solid defensive game, although the attachments were not with her in the playoff opener on Tuesday night. Jaya Johnson yo-yoing the basketball. No defensive pressure on her. Now Chandler Preston Caver around the horn to Madison Bob in the right corner. Back to Preston Caver. Bounce past Rocker. Out to Jaya Johnson. Thought about the three. Now inside to Okeke. Little baby hook rolls off. And the rebound comes down to Aviance Wilson. But a whistle. And it's a foul in the backcourt on Hightower.
23.
They called it on Madison Bob. And Madison Bob comes out. Kylie Baudouin Foliaki comes right back in. 3:01 to go in the half, 14-11 still. Hightower, let's see, they've given up the last 4 points. Pettigrew near the sideline, got it stolen away by Preston Caver. Quickly ahead to Baudouin Foliaki. Inside to Okeke, but denial. A good job by Aubrey Hampton on defense. She knocks it out of bounds, making sure that Ogechi Okeke didn't get the easy catch. Jaya Johnson throwing it in over Neri Kanai. Gets it to Okeke. Quick turnaround, no good. Ball knocked out of bounds. Last touched by Baudouin Foliaki. So it's going to be Cy Creek ball. Aviance Wilson to throw it in, and here comes the intense full court pressure by Hightower. Neri Kanai knocked Baudouin Foliaki down, but Baudouin Foliaki is called for the foul. So it doesn't result in anything but Cy Creek inbounding the ball again. They're wearing the home whites with the royal blue letters and numerals trimmed in black. And a pass ahead to Hampton. She takes it into forecourt. Now we got a foul as Aviance Wilson was bumped. I don't know if it was Okeke. And Hightower's making a lot of substitutions just to make sure nobody gets too many fouls, and Okeke is going back to the bench. Madison Bob came in for her. Less than 2.5 minutes to go. And it's a 14-11 game. Mika Neri Kanai centering pass, gets it to Tiana Harden. She gets it inside to Hampton, who's knocked down as she tries to go to the hoop. The foul is on Chandler Preston Caver.
2 shots.
2 shots will be coming for Aubrey Hampton, who has 6 points. That leads Cy Creek at this juncture. Tomorrow night, 5:45 p.m. with a countdown to tip-off show before the 5A game between Randall and Crosby. Hampton hits the first one. She is the big for Cy Creek, and it is Ogechi Okeke who is the big for Hightower, but Okeke is on the bench. Hampton shoots the second free throw. It's off the back iron and no good. Rebound to Baudouin Foliaki. Quickly ahead to Jaya Johnson. Hightower might want to be going up tempo. And a pass tipped. Shelby got her hands on it. Now lying on the floor. She's tied up and the arrow gives it back to the Cougars. Hightower is just a little off. Not playing up to their capability at this point. Neri Kanai gets it into Dixon. She's at the defensive free throw line. And now the ball poked away from Neri Kanai. Jaya Johnson to Madison Bob. Pulled up, 2, no good. But the rebound comes down to Hampton. 1 and done. Hampton doing a great job with the defensive boards. But Cy Creek throws it away. Aviance Wilson was looking for Neri Kanai, and she didn't realize just how close to the hoop Neri Kanai was. The ball just kind of went stray beyond the baseline. It's 14-12. Hightower by only 2, but the Canes have the basketball, closing in on the 1.5-minute threshold. Madison Bob, left wing 3, no good. Rebound, and the rocker missed a putback try. Now the ball is grabbed by Hampton, who is reacting as if she was hit in the face. I'm not sure what happened, but it's Hightower ball. Maybe they whistled. Maybe Hampton had her foot on the baseline. Jaya Johnson into Shelby. Shelby blocked by Hampton. 1:20 to go, and here comes Cy Creek, trailing 14-12. They can tie or take the lead. Dixon between the rings. Jaya Johnson comes out on her. She gave up the ball. Now Dixon has it back, driving the right side of the free throw lane. And we've got an elbow, an offensive foul away from the ball, and they call it on Mariah Dixon. Guilty of the foul. 1:02 to go, and Hightower clinging to that 2-point lead. Jaya Johnson dribbles it into the forecourt. Cy Creek still playing the zone, not really applying any defensive pressure except just the individual defensive pressure. No traps, no press. Madison Bob fakes a three, top of the key, steps inside the arc. Her shot is no good. Shelby had a chance to rebound it. Then she took it away from Hampton. Now the two go down to the floor and hit it hard, and the arrow in the held ball situation gives it back to Hightower. Deja Thomas comes in. Madison Bob comes out. Jaya Johnson throwing it in along the baseline. Into Shelby, and it's off of Shelby's hands. Right before the ball got to her, Tiana Harden deflected it, and when a ball is deflected right before it gets to you, it's easy to miss it. So 14-12 still. Cy Creek trying to take the lead or tie with 36 seconds to go in the half. Dixon is fouled in the backcourt by Jaya Johnson, and that is going to result in foul shots. That's the 6th foul of this second quarter by the Canes. So Dixon could tie it from the free throw line. Not a 1-and-1, 2 shots. First one, no good. Dixon has not scored yet. And that free throw is too hard. She still has not scored. Deja Thomas with the rebound, and quickly the Canes come down the floor. Now 24 seconds to go in the half. Jaya Johnson gets a pick from Shelby, dribbles left, kicks it back out to Deja Thomas. She passed up the three, gets the ball back in Jaya Johnson's hands. 10 seconds to go. Right corner, Baudouin Foliaki trying to find a shot. Back to Jaya Johnson. Cross-court pass. Thomas, three in the air. Short. And it goes in. It crawled over and went in. And Hightower will take a 17-12 lead to the halftime locker room. We'll be back, and you will enjoy the interview with Akeem Olajuwon, who has 2 boys playing for Clements on the varsity this year. The senior, Rahman Olajuwon, and his sophomore brother, Aziz. And the Clements Rangers are 30-0 on the season and heading into the first round of the playoffs. We'll be back right after this, 17-12. This is VypeFortBend.com.
February is the month of love, and First Iron Automotive wants to make sure you take care of the one you sit closest to. Your car, truck, or SUV. Family owned and operated for over 25 years, helping drivers in Sugar Land and Katy, where there's always something special going on for you. Everyone likes free. Free tire rotation with the purchase of an oil change, restrictions apply, and $25 off your brake service. Now that's better than flowers or a box of chocolates. First Iron Automotive supporting school and youth sports programs for years, getting you to and from the game always. Go to firstironauto.com to book your appointment today. Get to one of First Tire and Automotive's 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. FirstTireandAuto.com.
Welcome to halftime on VypeFortBend.com. We always like to keep you around during halftime, and we know you will stay this time because we get a chance to talk with Akeem Olajuwon, the Rockets and Houston Cougars great. First of all, Akeem, I want to say thank you for bringing such good players to the Clements basketball program this year. It's made it very encouraging to see how far they could possibly go. But how about your older son, Abdullah? who was part of the 2021 team and did such a great job.
Yeah, he's playing in Detroit. So what I really like about Clemens is the coach, the system that prepares you for college. You know, they're winning all this game not by accident. Hard working, defense, and I think it really helped the kids.
Well, I know that Coach Price really appreciates it because I've heard him say it. I mean, a player like yourself, a Hall of Famer, has not, you know, you would be a little bit leery as a coach that someone like yourself might interfere, but he says you never do that and you're only supportive.
Of course, I mean, I like when the coach have the command, which is getting the best out of all his players. So I'm very happy my boys are playing for him because he's pushing them, and I can see the result.
And I understand that after Aziz is out of the program, and of course this is Rahman's senior year, you have another son who is coming in, and tell us about him.
Malik, he's playing JV right now. Very natural, very skilled, but in this system, he's forced to play defense. He has to work hard. Even though he's talented, but it takes hard work.
Yeah, and I remember those Rockets teams that you were a part of. They always played defense, and your block shots were fantastic. Those are spectacular, but it's kind of a team concept. And I'm just going to skip the part where I say how much we appreciate the championships and what you did. You Welcome to halftime on VypeFortBend.com. We always like to keep you around during halftime, and we know you will stay this time because we get a chance to talk with Akeem Olajuwon, the Rockets and Houston Cougars great. First of all, Akeem, I want to say thank you for bringing such good players to the Clements basketball program this year. It's made it very encouraging to see how far they could possibly go. But how about your older son, Abdullah, who was part of the 2021 team and did such a great job?
Yeah, he's playing in Detroit. So what I really like about Clemens is the coach, the system that prepares you for college. You know, they're winning all this game not by accident. Hard working, defense, and I think it really helped the kids.
Well, I know that Coach Price really appreciates it because I've heard him say it. I mean, a player like yourself, a Hall of Famer, has not, you know, you would be a little bit leery as a coach that someone like yourself might interfere, but he says you never do that and you're only supportive.
Of course, I mean, I like when the coach have the command, which is getting the best out of all his players. So I'm very happy my boys are playing for him because he's pushing them, and I can see the result.
And I understand that after Aziz is out of the program, and of course this is Rahman's senior year, you have another son who is coming in, and tell us about him.
Malik, he's playing JV right now. Very natural, very skilled, but in this system, he's forced to play defense. He has to work hard. Even though he's talented, but it takes hard work.
Yeah, and I remember those Rockets teams that you were a part of. They always played defense, and your block shots were fantastic. Those are spectacular, but it's kind of a team concept. And I'm just going to skip the part where I say how much we appreciate the championships and what you did. You made us very happy, you and your teammates. But I want to tell you about another situation where you turned a really bad day into a great one for me. And it has to do with when the Cougars were playing in the regional final against Villanova in San Antonio. Yes. My son and I went, and of course all the Cougar fans came back disappointed that the Cougars just didn't play their best game. We saw you at Buc-ee's, and you took an incredible amount of time taking pictures with everyone who wanted one, shaking hands, smiling, having conversations. I want to thank you for that because it just warmed my heart.
Well, thank you so much. I think simple gesture that make people so happy. I mean, you can see it where people don't get a chance to see you every day. And you can see the excitement. So you share that moment with them.
You know, it's amazing the way things have kind of changed in professional sports. The athletes are not as accessible, but I think maybe the maturity. I know I'm about your age. My birthday is January 23rd, and I think that's close to yours.
Yeah. I'm 21st.
Okay, well, as we get older, we kind of appreciate when people come up and wish us well.
Yes,
that is a beautiful thing. Can you tell about maybe another encounter that you've had that just really warmed your heart?
It's just I like, especially this new generation. Their parents are telling them about us, you know. So I enjoy when I see the parents are educating their kids about that generation of that time, you know. So all that kind of make me very appreciative.
By the way, one of your teammates from the championship years, Carl Herrera, I found out my wife and I teach a Bible class, and his granddaughter is in that class. So I think we'll also interview Carl Herrera, hopefully.
Amigo. Yes.
Okay, and finally, Akeem, there's one other thing that I wanted to ask you about. It's one of the great stories of how you ended up as a University of Houston Cougar when your first visit, when you came over from Nigeria, was at St. John's, and it was about the weather. Tell us about that.
Well, I was supposed to make a 5 visit for 5 different schools, but my first.
Well, fans, there's something I just absolutely hate to do, and that is cut short our interview with Akeem Olajuwon, but it was an exceptionally short halftime. It only went about 8 minutes, and our little device stopped when it wasn't supposed to. All right, Cy Creek first possession of the second half, quick basket. Aubrey Hampton gets the ball after her teammates almost gave it away near midcourt. Hampton has 9 points now. She led her team with 7 in the first half. It's now 17-14. Hightower on top. Jaya Johnson to Alana Narocker. Now Madison Bob near the free throw line. Little fade away. Good hit by Dixon. 2 and a foul. So that's 6 points for Madison, and Maddie Bob misses the free throw, but Narocker runs down the rebound. So yet another chance for the Hurricanes. Jaya Johnson near left wing, but it's knocked away. Dixon stole it away. Then after that, Bob compounded it by reaching in and committing a silly foul on Dixon when she was a long way from the hoop and no danger offensively. Hightower is pressing. Dixon takes the inbounds pass from Pettigrew, dribbling with the left hand, gets it across the timeline. Narocker is on her. Now Alana backs off. Move to the right. Dixon near the right elbow. Easy, silky smooth jumper from 8 feet away. That is Dixon's first basket. It is 19-16 Hightower. Jaya Johnson sends a cross-court pass to Narocker. Bounce pass to the free throw lane. Bob quick lays it off for Brianna Shelby. She scores and gets her 4th point. And it's 21-16. Now the heavy backcourt pressure. Neri Kanai guarded by Baudouin Foliaki. Pass tipped by Narocker. She stole it away, but wait a minute. It went out of bounds. Whose ball is it? I think it's going to be Cy Creek ball. No, it's going to be Hightower ball. It looked to me like Jaya had touched it last, but we'll take it, right? You know. Kylie Baudouin Foliaki throws it into Jaya Johnson. Cross-court pass. Narocker fakes a pass. She is open, but she sends it back to Johnson. Bob near the left elbow, dribbles toward the corner. Now gives it back to Jaya Johnson on the left wing. Back to Bob. 3 on the way. Yes! That's her first three-pointer. And it's 24-16, and Hightower steals it away again. Jaya Johnson hit hard by Neri Kanai in the open court. That steal was made by Alana Narocker. We've got a timeout called by Cy Creek. We'll take it with them, 24-16. Third quarter. We'll be back on VypeFortBend.com.
Settle down, class. Colin, you're up.
My fellow students, for today's show and tell, I present to you my phone. It's made with glass and an array of precious metals I can't pronounce. It's powered by Xfinity Mobile, so it's fast. Anyway, with Xfinity Mobile, we save hundreds of dollars a year. It's like being in a secret club that's open to everyone, like mathletes or robotics, but for savings. Now, if you all take a handout...
Colin, what are these?
I'm quizzing the class on the material.
Now through March 21st, new customers can get a free line of unlimited mobile when you add Xfinity Internet for just $55 a month for 2 years with no annual contract and get Wi-Fi equipment included. Click, call, or visit a store to switch today. Requires paperless bill and an auto pay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet. Actual speeds vary.
Coming out of the timeout, Hightower throws it in and starts working for a shot. Jaya Johnson inside, too hard off the glass. Rebound to Pettigrew of Cy Creek, who hands it to Mika Neri-Kanai. She's trying to get around Kylie Baudouin-Foliaki. Now it's a two-player trap, and the ball goes out of bounds off of Baudouin-Foliaki's foot. So Cy Creek will keep it, but it was another near turnover. It's an 8-point lead, 24-16. And that is the biggest lead so far for Hightower. Now it is Jade Evans, can't find her shot, back to Pettigrew, drives through the paint. Reaching in and fouling her is Brianna Shelby. That'll be a shooting foul.
33.
Pettigrew with 4 first half points. Takes her time and misses the first free throw. She's a 5'7" senior. And whenever you're in the playoffs, you're just kind of thinking about how it can end very quickly. Teams come in confident. Nobody really expects to lose. And there is going to be a heartache tonight. Pettigrew's second free throw is good. She's got 5 points, and it's 24-17. Jaya Johnson into the forecourt for Hightower. Undeterred. Now sends it to Madison Bob between the rings. Drives to the right side of the free throw line and gets it to Shelby, but great recovery defense on the help side. Hampton knocked it out of bounds. It'll still be Hightower ball, but Jaya Johnson is going to have to tie her left shoe first. Wow, that was a quick tie. She was like a NASCAR pit crew. She's having a hard time getting it in. And it's a 5-second call. So Hightower, because they get a lot of turnovers, I think they're more likely to be okay with not calling the timeout and turning it over themselves, because those timeouts can be valuable late. Cy Creek to throw it in, and the vice keeps getting tightened up. Quickly into Aviance Wilson, and she gets it ahead to Hampton, and now a hard foul. Oh my goodness. Madison Bob fouled Aviance Wilson, and it's still going to be an Aviance night because Wilson bounces right back up. 2 shots coming. Correction, it wasn't Aviance Wilson after all. It was Jade Evans. She goes to the foul line, but she bounced up very quickly. It was Bob who took a longer time to get to her feet. On the floor right now for Hightower, Chandler Preston Caver, Jaya Johnson, Brianna Shelby, Alana Naraker, and Madison Bob. All of those were starters except for Bob, and Ogechi Okeke is the other starter. And Evans banks in the first foul shot. One more coming. Now we have substitutions. Kylie Baudouin-Foliaki and Okeke coming back in, along with Deja Thomas. The other 2 still out there are Preston Caver and Johnson. Second free throw rattles off, no good. Pettigrew, the putback try, no good. Okeke got the rebound and lost it off her kneecap. Scratch my back with a hacksaw. All right, quick inbound to Hampton, puts up a shot, no good. Preston Caver grabs the rebound. Now dribbles forward, quickly ahead to Jaya Johnson. In the corner, Deja Thomas. Now Baudouin Foliaki inside to Okeke. She's fouled by Hampton. She made a nice catch of the very quick pass by Baudouin Foliaki and immediately put it up. And Hampton couldn't recover with her footwork, so she had to reach out and foul to prevent an easy hoop. 24-18, Hightower and Okeke at the line for the first time. First shot, no good. She still has not scored after getting 22 on Tuesday night against Cinco Ranch. 4:38 to go in this third quarter. The 6'3 freshman short with the second one, and the rebound comes down to Aviance Wilson. She advances it forward before the trap comes. She got away with an over and back. Her foot was over the line. They didn't catch it, but Hightower stole it anyway. Kylie Baudouin Foliaki to the hoop for two. Those are her first 2 points, and it's 26-18, matching the biggest lead. 4:18 to go in the third. There goes Neri Kanai into the paint, and she goes right into Jaya Johnson. I think she took an elbow to the abdomen, and she's in pain. Maybe an elbow to the ribs. Maybe a shoulder stinger. Could be anything. That was some hard contact. And Neri Kanai will get 2 shots here. First one by the left-hander is no good. It hit the front iron and didn't crawl over. She only has 1 point tonight, but she's kind of a facilitator more than a scorer. Second shot, good. All right, 4:15 to go in the third, and it's 26-19 Hightower. Chandler Preston Caver dribbling between the rings, picked up by Pettigrew. Still dribbling, moves left, throws it to Thomas. Now top of the key, it's Baudouin Foliaki. Entry pass is out of the reach of Okeke. There's a Hightower turnover with 4 minutes to go in the third. They still lead by 7. No full court press right now. Easy trip across the midcourt stripe for Neri Kanai. Throws it quickly ahead. Jade Evans, wraparound pass, but knocked away by Preston Caver. What? It's an offensive foul on Cy Creek, so it'll be Hightower ball. The pass was intended for Hampton, so I think she kind of hooked Preston Caver, and the foul was called. Preston Caver now has the basketball. Pettigrew defending her. She's still dribbling. Pettigrew doing a great job. Now it is Baudouin Foliaki driving the right side of the free throw lane, and Hampton swats her shot away. Very talented 6'3 sophomore. Hampton is a presence in the paint. Naraker to throw it in along the baseline, slaps the ball. Shouts out an instruction. Gets it to Preston Caver, drives inside the three-point arc, puts it up from in close, and it rattles in, and a little 8-foot floater. 28-19. Hightower on top, and now Neri Kanai dribbles near the left wing, sends it cross court to Dixon. She's a long way from the hoop, not going to shoot it from there. Thomas on her, she's knocked down, but Neri Kanai does get the ball. Pettigrew open two. Wide right, no good. Dixon got the rebound, but I think she pushed off. Actually, it was Hampton guilty of the foul. So Hightower leading by 9. That is their biggest edge. 3 minutes to go in the third. Preston Caver dribbling into the forecourt. Baudouin Foliaki pulls up near the right elbow. Fade away, good! She's got 4 points, all of them in the second half, and it's 30-19. Neri Kanai stops short of the midcourt stripe, throws it to Pettigrew. Pettigrew, I think, stepped out of bounds and they didn't see it. Now Jade Evans has it in the left corner, back to Pettigrew, cross-court pass. Dixon open for two, over Okeke, no good, it's an air ball. Ball goes out of bounds, it'll belong to the Hurricanes. Baudouin Foliaki with a veteran move, making sure that whichever Cy Creek Cougar was closest to her did not go around her and save the ball from going out of bounds. 30-19, Hightower on top. Preston Caver throws it to the left wing. Deja Thomas now top of the key. Here goes Preston Caver. Bounce pass in the corner to Baudouin Foliaki. Drives the baseline and shoots from 6 and scores. Right over the outstretched arm of Hampton. Baudouin Foliaki turning on the offense. She's the microwave. Instant offense in the second half, and it's a 32-19 lead. Neri Kanai centering pass to Pettigrew. No look pass to Evans. Back to Neri Kanai. 3 on the way. Short. Air ball. Okeke with the rebound. And a held ball before she snatches the ball away from Pettigrew. And the arrow says Hurricanes ball. 1:40 to go in the third. Naraker, Preston Caver, Baudouin Foliaki, Thomas, and Okeke on the floor for the Canes, who lead by 13. A minute and a half to go in the third. Naraker near the free throw line, backs out of there, holds the ball over her head. Preston Caver, long 3, yes! She's got 11 to lead the Hurricanes. That's her third 3 of the night. And it's 35-19. Now almost stolen by Thomas. She and Dixon collide. Ball goes out of bounds. It's a push on Deja Thomas. These Hurricane girls are beautiful, every last one of them, but I guess if they can hold on to this lead, you'll say this win was not exactly pretty. But you don't care. It's survive and advance. Dixon at the foul line makes the first one. Here comes her second. Also good. She's 2 out of 3 on the night. And she's got 4 points. Preston Caver moves it into the forecourt. Chandler now dribbles right. Pettigrew following her. Gets a pick from Okeke. Into the paint. Left corner, Naraker fakes a pass, drives the baseline, turns around, kicks it back out. Hightower in no hurry to shoot. They want to take a good one. Chandler, Preston Caver again, picked up by Pettigrew as she moves to the right wing. She's open, now throws it to Thomas. 3 on the way, in and out, no good. Rebound Hampton. Cy Creek trailing 35-21. We've got 37 seconds to go in the quarter. And Dixon is fouled, and Deja Thomas cannot believe it. It's the teenage look of incredulity, but she is entitled to have that look. I don't know that there was enough contact to call a foul there, and now head coach Jasmine Brewer is talking with one of the officials and saying, come on now, or something to that effect. Dixon hit the first free throw. Second one good. She's 4 out of 5 from the free throw line. It's a 12-point Hightower lead, 35-23. Half a minute to go as Preston Caver dribbles across the midcourt stripe and hands the ball to Naraker. She's just holding the ball in her right arm. Now she dribbles to the left. She's in the free throw circle, almost lost it, kept it, got it back to Baudouin Foliaki, who's been hot shooting. Now it is in the left corner. Preston Caver drives the baseline, puts one up from 12, and no good, but she'll get 2 shots. Pettigrew got her. 8.8 to go in the third quarter, and Hightower is kind of comfortably ahead. Chandler, Preston Caver, and her ponytail at the line. First one good. Second one, also good. Swish. Preston Caver is 2 for 2 from the line, and when they inbounded the ball, Cy Creek carried it. They don't call that much anymore, but when you put the ball, the hand under the ball and continue dribbling, especially if you take a half step or more, with your hand on the bottom of the ball, well, that's a violation. Okeke takes the quick pass from Madison Bob and throws it in for 2. Correction, it was Deja Thomas who threw it in. Okeke scores 2, her first basket of the night, and she can make it an and 1. 6 seconds left in the quarter. Her free throw is good. 40-23. Side Creek will try to get a shot up before they run out of half, or third quarter rather. But they're not going to get even close to the basket. Mary Kanai put up a shot that Preston Caver blocked just above the top of the key, 70-something feet from the hoop. Hightower looking good, 40-23, they're on top. We'll be back on VypeFortBend.com with quarter number 4.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
February is the month of love, and First Iron Automotive wants to make sure you take care of the one you sit closest to, your car, truck, or SUV. Family owned and operated for over 25 years, helping drivers in Sugar Land and Katy, where there's always something special going on for you. Everyone likes free. Free tire rotation with the purchase of an oil change, restrictions apply, and $25 off your brake service. Now that's better than flowers or a box of chocolates. First Iron Automotive supporting school and youth sports programs for years, getting you to and from the game always. Go to firstironauto.com to book your appointment today. Get to one of First Iron Automotive's 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. firstironauto.com.
Hightower really took control in that third quarter, outscoring Side Creek 23-11. They had been up 17-12 at the half, and they're up 40-23 right now. So Side Creek gets it to start the quarter. Aviance Wilson, bounce pass, gets it to Neri Kanai, who gives it back to Aviance. Throws a long cross-court pass to Pettigrew, drives close to the hoop. Okeke went straight up, but it's a foul call on the freshman. The shot is no good, and hitting the floor hard was Pettigrew. The trainer's probably going to need to come out, but I think she just wants to lie there for a few seconds and breathe. She's kind of holding her lower back. But Pettigrew will go to the foul line. She's got 5 points tonight. She still needs a moment, so she's walking behind the free throw circle, just trying to limber up a little bit. She did hit the floor hard and did a good job. That's what you as an offensive player should do. You need to take it to the defender and try to induce a foul call, and that's what she did. April Pettigrew, first free throw off the back iron, no good. Brianna Shelby comes on. Okeke goes to the bench. And Jasmine Brewer is telling her, go straight up. And she's probably saying, I did, coach. Or maybe she's smart enough not to say that. Pettigrew missed both foul shots. That adds insult to injury, literally. 7.5 minutes to go in regulation time. Alana Naraker sends it to Chandler Preston Caver. Inside to Baudouin Foliaki, and she's fouled from behind. A denial attempt by a player who just came into the game, Jayla Williams, a 5'8 junior guard. Unless Side Creek makes a dramatic comeback, only 7 minutes and 25 seconds left in their season. Baudouin Foliaki takes an inbounds pass, shoots from the free throw line, no good. Rebound to Hampton. Hightower not pressing. Neri Kanai bringing it up the floor. Gets it into the forecourt. Now Pettigrew open for three, but she tried to throw it inside to Jayla Williams. She picked up the ball, and I guess Hightower gets called for a push. They're going to call Alana Naraker, who doesn't think she committed a foul. And her teammates are just kind of putting their arms around Alana's shoulders saying, don't talk to the ref. We think you're right, but just don't say anything. Pettigrew to throw it in along the baseline. Long pass, and Dixon just caught it and shoots from inside the free throw line and scores. Timeout, Cy Creek, 40-25. Hightower leads it, 7:02 to go on VypeFortBend.com.
Settle down, class. Colin, you're up.
My fellow students, for today's show and tell, I present to you my phone. It's made with glass and an array of precious metals I can't pronounce. It's powered by Xfinity Mobile, so it's fast. Anyway, with Xfinity Mobile, we save hundreds of dollars a year. It's like being in a secret club that's open to everyone, like mathletes or robotics, but for savings. Now, if you all take a handout...
Colin, what are these?
I'm quizzing the class on the material.
Now through March 21st, new customers can get a free line of unlimited mobile when you add Xfinity Internet for just $55 a month for 2 years with no annual contract and get Wi-Fi equipment included. Click, call, or visit a store to switch today. Requires paperless bill and an autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet. Actual speeds vary.
So the players come back out for the final 7 minutes and 2 seconds. Hightower leading Cy Creek comfortably. The winner of this game meets either Travis or Stratford in the third round of the playoffs. So tomorrow night there's a doubleheader at Don Coleman Coliseum in Spring Branch ISD when you have Travis and Stratford playing each other, and then you've got the Austin Bulldog girls facing Memorial in the same venue. The winner of that game meets Atascocita or Shadow Creek next week. Hampton gets inside and scores, and the sophomore makes it 42-25. No, I think they gave points to the wrong team on the scoreboard. Okay, well, we'll address that later. But Pettigrew has the ball for Cy Creek. Okay, it was a point for the Hightower Hurricanes, or a basket rather. I'm trying to do too much. Okay, I don't even know who got it. All right, 42-27. It's still a 15-point game, and Hightower with the ball. Preston Caver throws it into Brianna Shelby, backing in on Hampton. Almost stolen. Naraker picks it up. Her shot is no good, and Hampton grabs the rebound. Now Dixon, far sideline, right in front of her team's bench. She felt like she got tripped. They call her for traveling. And Kylie Baudouin Foliaki, in a very sportsmanlike way, helps Dixon get up. Jaya Johnson will throw it in from the baseline, and it looks like Cy Creek, just based on the body language, they're just a little physically spent. I don't think they have what it takes to mount a comeback, down 15 with 5:43 to go. Madison Bob lost the ball. Well, she saved it back to Neri Kanai, and she throws it ahead to Pettigrew. She runs into Jaya Johnson, and what do they call? Offensive foul. Or traveling? Traveling. They could have called either one. And no pressure in the backcourt by Cy Creek. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak, and Hightower is going to advance to the next round of the playoffs. Madison Bob, right restraining line of the free throw lane. Can't get it to go. Hampton grabs the rebound. Dixon now into the across the midcourt stripe. Now Neri Kanai back to Dixon, looking inside. Now it's Neri Kanai going to launch a three. There it goes. No good. Rebound Hampton. She's hacked as she goes back up. I think they're going to get Brianna Shelby. Yep, Shelby is the guilty party. Also in Class 5A action tomorrow night, we're going to have the game between Randall and Crosby. It's at Pearland High School. As the Randall Lions, when they're in their first ever year with seniors, only lost one district game and took the District 25A title, so they face Crosby tomorrow night. The winner of that one will face Foster, another team from District 25A, or LaPorte. Those two play tomorrow night. Both free throws were good by Hampton. 5 minutes to go, and it's a 13-point game. Also tomorrow night in the bottom half of the bracket, it's Willow Ridge against Manville, and the winner of that one will meet either Fulshire or Barbers Hill. Jasmine Brewer, the head coach for Hightower, is up off the bench, and she can't believe that her player didn't get the benefit of a foul call, by the defender. Ball knocked away in the backcourt as Cy Creek tries to bring it up the floor. And Preston Caver deflected it out of bounds. Pettigrew to throw it into Neri Kanai. Hightower has turned on the backcourt press again. Hampton gets her pass deflected and stolen by Okeke. She throws it back to Jaya Johnson. Jaya near the top of the key. Looks like she's thinking about a three. Okeke will set a pick for her, but she does not shoot. It's an entry pass to Okeke, but Hampton denies. Ball tapped out to Madison Bob. Her 12-footer is no good. Rebound to Baudouin Foliaki. She is hooked. A foul on Jayla Williams. So we're not in the bonus yet. Jaya Johnson to throw it in from the baseline. Entry pass to Okeke. And she was fouled by Dixon. Cy Creek fans don't like it. I think it's a justified call, though. Although Dixon would say she got it all ball. And Okeke is at the line. First one is way short, just brushes the net. Didn't even draw iron. And her teammates are laughing with her. And when you're up by 13 with 4 minutes to go, you can do that. I don't know if you should do that. Second free throw good. She made 1 out of 2, and it's 43-29. Here comes Cy Creek. Pettigrew dribbling between defenders, now passes to Dixon. Hightower wanted a travel call. Dixon inside, Jayla Williams. Her layup is good. Preston Caver didn't get there in time. Now here comes Madison. Bob launches a three. Yes, that's how you answer right there. That's right. Madison Bob with a pair of threes in the game. And they get it into the forecourt, Cy Creek does with Hampton. Now Pettigrew back to Neri Kanai. They can't take a lot of time. 3.5 minutes to go. And they're down by 15. On the floor, Dixon. It ends up in Neri Kanai's hands. Now tipped away, and Baudouin Foliaki throws it ahead to Preston Caver. The layup. Oh, she's fouled hard by Dixon. And the Hightower girls very quickly to go over there and pick up Chandler Preston Caver. And she's smiling. She's all right. Did Dixon foul out? She did. Excellent game by Mariah Dixon. 5'9" sophomore, and we will be seeing much more of her going forward. Good chance you'll see Cy Creek in the Class 6A regional playoffs a lot. It's going to be more region or Class 6A Region 3 as Preston Caver hits the first free throw. Class 6A Region 3 is going to be more populated with Fort Bend County teams as Fulshire and Foster move up. Both free throws good by Preston Caver. She's 4 for 4 from the line, and she's hit those 3 threes, and it's 48-31. Pettigrew trying to get between the defenders, gets it into the forecourt. Hampton spins off of Jayla Williams' instep, back to Hampton. Sends it back out to Aviance Wilson. She's moving away from the hoop. Chandler Preston Caver on her. Jayla Williams, top of the key, can't find a shot. Jayla Johnson won't let her shoot. inside to Okeke. She steals it away, but she traveled. She couldn't pass the ball before she dragged her back foot. But no harm done. Hightower's going to win this one. Pettigrew to throw it in. Into Aviance Wilson. She dribbles in, then backs out. 2:45 to go. Bounce pass, Jayla Williams. We got a whistle. It's going to be a Hightower foul. Okeke is called for the foul, and Brianna Shelby comes in for her. I'm not sure how many fouls, but I'm thinking that's got to be 4 at least on Okeke. Here goes Pettigrew, driving the baseline and scoring. That was a nice one. She's played a good game too, but it's a 15-point margin, 48-33, 2.5 minutes to go. Baudouin Foliaki, no. Shelby tried to throw an entry pass for Baudouin Foliaki, and a foul committed by Cy Creek. Williams committed the foul, and Kylie Baudouin Foliaki and her fabulous, very long attachments, who are more than half her height, goes to the free throw line. She's got one high sock on her right leg and one very low one on the left leg, and the first free throw is no good. Spins it and ready to shoot the next one. Yes. She's got 7. Speaking of the magnificent 7, we've got 7 Fort Bend County girls teams alive in the second round. One of them is about to advance to the third round. Hampton is called for an offensive foul. She's mad, and Brianna Shelby and Chandler Preston Caver celebrate. 49-33 Hightower, and we've just got to play 2 minutes and 14 seconds. Brianna Shelby going to the bench. She's replaced by Tiana Coulter-Hill. So Hightower's going to let some bench players get in. Here goes Jaya Johnson, dribbling to the left, followed by Aviance Wilson. Steals it away, gets it back, quickly ahead. She loses it going into the paint, but somehow gets it to, Mika Nerikanai. Hightower's defense is relentless. Even with this big lead, they knocked the ball out of bounds. It'll still be Cy Creek ball. Pettigrew inbounding from the near sideline. Nerikanai took it in the backcourt. Now she moves it ahead. Williams tries to throw an entry pass. It gets batted right back to her. Pettigrew driving into the paint. She goes down. No foul called. Thomas grabs the rebound, or the loose ball for Hightower. Madison Bob quickly ahead. Coulter-Hill! Backdoor layup! She gets on the board. And it's 51-33. 1:26 to go. We'll be back on VypeFortBend.com.
February is the month of love, and First Tire and Automotive wants to make sure you take care of the one you sit closest to. Your car, truck, or SUV. Family owned and operated for over 25 years, helping drivers in Sugar Land and Katy, where there's always something special going on for you. Everyone likes free. Free tire rotation with the purchase of an oil change, restrictions apply, and $25 off your brake service. Now that's better than flowers or a box of chocolates. First Tire and Automotive supporting school and youth sports programs for years, getting you to and from the game always. Go to firsttireandauto.com to book your appointment today. Get to one of First Tire and Automotive's 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. firsttireandauto.com.
Oh, we're back. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to serve up silence. You know, that's the cardinal sin in in radio. Hightower by 18. That's their biggest lead, and nice to see someone who works hard in practice and doesn't get too many minutes on the floor get a basket in the book, and that is Tiana Coulter-Hill. Gabby Medrano is in the game for Cy Creek. And also in there is Aaliyah Hightower. Yes, there's a girl on the Cy Creek roster whose last name is Hightower. Throwing the ball in, far sideline, it's Jenna Mee Tran. Tran gets it in to Hightower for Cy Creek. It's kind of confusing. And now a foul near the midcourt stripe as I see Deja Thomas is telling one of the new Hightower players, Sophia Lacey, hey, there's no need to commit that foul. We're up by 18 with less than a minute and a half to go. And here is Aaliyah Hightower for Cy Creek. Hits her first free throw. So Hightower will meet either Travis or Stratford. We obviously hope it is Travis. Air ball on the second free throw by Aaliyah Hightower. Sophia Lacey to throw it in for the Canes. Gets it to Jaya Johnson. She dribbles forward through the press, but there is no trapping. Gets into the forecourt, gets a pick from Coulter-Hill. Give and go. In goes Tiana. Puts it up and draws a foul. Tiana Coulter-Hill, I will say that on the Cy Creek roster I have heights. And I can kind of, assuming the heights are accurate, I can give you a better picture of, who's tall and who's not and all that kind of stuff. But I can't do that with the Hightower roster. It's just got names, numbers, and classifications. Coulter-Hill missed the first free throw, ready for the second one. Rocking back and forth. And it's short, no good. Cy Creek with no pressure in the backcourt. Moves it forward. Tran has it. Sends it back to the middle, and it's stolen away. Madison Bobb right down the middle. She's going coast to coast. Pulls up short of the free throw line. No good. Rebound fought for. It's a long way from the hoop. Nobody got it until now. Madison Bobb dribbling as we have 36 seconds to go. In fact, less than that. 31 right now. Bobb dribbling left, and a hip check foul as Tiana Harden knocks her legs, or knocks her off balance just a bit. 26.6 to go, and it's 51-34. Madison, yes sirree, Bobb. Short with the first free throw, but no harm done. Be with us tomorrow night at 5:45, countdown to tip-off show before the 5A playoff between Randall and Crosby. Bobb missed the second one. The rebound came right back to her, and she scored. How about that? 16 seconds to go. Here comes Cy Creek. Jakaylin Jordan with the ball, dribbling side to side. Correction, that's actually Aaliyah Hightower. She's in the corner. 4 seconds to go. Will they get a shot off? I don't think so. Wait a minute. Yeah, the buzzer went and the ball went out of bounds, and we're done. 53-34, the Hightower Hurricanes on the strength of that very dominant third quarter. They went in to the halftime locker room down 17-12, but they outscored Cy Creek 23-11 in the quarter, so they led by 17, and they end up winning by 19. 53-34. We'll be back to wrap this one up in just a moment on VypeFortBend.com.
Settle down, class. Colin, you're up.
My fellow students, for today's show and tell, I present to you my phone. It's made with glass and an array of precious metals I can't pronounce. It's powered by Xfinity Mobile, so it's fast. Anyway, with Xfinity Mobile, we save hundreds of dollars a year. It's like being in a secret club that's open to everyone, like mathletes or robotics. but for savings. Now, if you all take a handout.
Colin, what are these?
I'm quizzing the class on the material.
Now through March 21st, new customers can get a free line of unlimited mobile when you add Xfinity Internet for just $55 a month for 2 years with no annual contract and get Wi-Fi equipment included. Click, call, or visit a store to switch today. Requires paperless plan and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet. Actual speeds vary.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
February is the month of love, and First Tire and Automotive wants to make sure you take care of the one you sit closest to. Your car, truck, or SUV. Family owned and operated for over 25 years, helping drivers in Sugar Land and Katy, where there's always something special going on for you. Everyone likes free. Free tire rotation with the purchase of an oil change, restrictions apply, and $25 off your brake service. Now that's better than flowers or a box of chocolates. First Tire and Automotive supporting school and youth sports programs for years, getting you to and from the game always. Go to firsttireandauto.com to book your appointment today. Get to one of First Tire and Automotive's 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. firsttireandauto.com.
Back inside Del Mar Fieldhouse, where the Hightower girls won comfortably tonight by a score of 53-34 over Cy Creek, and they improved their season record to 29-3. And they are the first of the Fort Bend County girls high school teams to move into the third round of the playoffs. But it is really impressive when you think about it. In Class 6A, you have not only Hightower, but also you have Austin and Travis, who made it to the second round. And you've got Travis playing Stratford tomorrow night, Austin taking on Spring Branch Memorial. So the only team that got eliminated out of Fort Bend ISD's Class 6A teams in the first round was Ridge Point, and they played a very tough Seven Lakes team. So 3 out of 4 Class 6A teams out of Fort Bend County have made it into the second round, and now Hightower has qualified for the third round. And in District 25A, the Lamar Consolidated teams plus the Willow Ridge Eagles. I mean, it looks great. You got the Foster Falcons, the Fulshire Chargers, and the Randall Lions out of LCISD won their first round playoff game, and the Willow Ridge Eagles. They are state ranked. Don't sleep on Willow Ridge. Willow Ridge is ranked number 14 in the state in Class 5A girls basketball, and their record is 28-8. And they're the only team in District 25A to beat the Randall Lions. So you got Randall, Fulshire, Foster, Willow Ridge. All 5 of the Fort Bend County Class 5A girls teams have moved into the second round, and I give each and every one of them a very good chance to win in their games tomorrow night. We've got Randall Crosby, that is our broadcast game, and you also have Willow Ridge against Manville, and you got Fulshire taking on Barbers Hill, and you got Foster meeting LaPorte. All right, so how about scores? First for Cy Creek, who bows out of the playoff bracket but played very gamely tonight. They were led by Aubrey Hampton with 11. She's a very talented sophomore post. I know we're going to see more of her. Mariah Dixon with 8. April Pettigrew with 7. And you had Mika Neri-Kanai with 2. Jayla Williams also with 2. And Jade Evans 1 point to add up to 34 for the Cy Creek Cougars. But for the Hightower girls, you know, it was a different person dominating. In the first round game where they beat Cinco Ranch, the Hightower Hurricanes got 22 points from Ogechi Okeke, the freshman. But tonight she only had 4. Leading the way, 2 very experienced players, Chandler Preston Caver with 15 and Madison Bob with 14. 7 points for Kylie Baudouin Foliaki. 3 for Deja Thomas, 2 points each for Jaya Johnson and Tiana Coulter Hill. And as we said, 4 points for Okeke and also Brianna Shelby. So Hightower comes through with a very impressive win. and they will move on to face either Travis or Stratford, and it will certainly be fun for those of us who live in Fort Bend County and love it. How about Travis against Hightower in the next round? That would be great. All right, so for Rosie Bega, the silent partner inside the mothership at Vype World headquarters, we thank you for joining us. For everybody who is a part of VypeFortBend.com, we invite you to be with us tomorrow night at 5:45 for the game between Randall and Crosby. Good night, everybody, from Del Mar Fieldhouse, and have a happy Friday. We will talk to you tomorrow evening.